this video right here is an example of exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about, because I have an incentive right now to try and profit off this video. And what I'm trying to say here in this video is that you should not be looking to profit off your hobbies because they're made for having fun. And the issue I'm having with this video is that I had wrote a script for it, and I just felt like the script wasn't genuine. And I feel like I was doing exactly what I'm advising against. And I think that I genuinely believe that your hobby should not be for profit. It really did destroy the hobbies that I had in my life. Like, I used to write music all the time, and I rarely do it anymore. And most of that comes from me seeing it as pointless because I couldn't make money off of it, and I don't really have an audience of people to listen to my music. And so those were two things that made me not want to do that hobby. And that's the problem, is that I wasn't doing it to have fun. And I think there's way too much focus on having your hobby be your job. And I think there should be a separation from work and your hobbies. Fun and work can happen, but you should also just have fun without the work. Your hobbies are supposed to be relaxing. Your hobbies are not meant for profit. And by the way, this whole video, I'm not reading a script. I do remember a few key points. I have my eyes closed right now just so I can focus on what I'm saying. But with this video, I want to get out there that you should not be looking to profit off of the hobbies you have. And one of the points I was going to make is that the skills you gain from your hobbies are separate. They're not the same as your hobby. And so if you decide you want to sell one of the skills that you have, so let's say you like to paint, and one of the skills you have is drawing. Well, you could sell drawing to people. You could sell painting to people, but the big point is that you separate it from your fun time hobby. And I know it sounds kind of confusing there because I said your hobby should not be for profit, and yet the exact thing you're doing in your hobby you're also doing for profit. But I think there's an important detail. They need to separate those two. You need to separate the work skill that you're selling to people versus what you're doing for fun and what you're doing for yourself. That's the difference. If for a hobby, you need to focus on yourself and what you like instead of what people want. That's the key detail that I think I've been missing, is I've been so focused on what people want instead of what I want in my hobby. What I want to do for fun in my hobby instead of what do I think other people would like. That's what I believe is why hobbies shouldn't be for profit.